The faster you learn this strategy, the faster you will become profitable in the Forex or trading world. Okay, make sure you listen very, very carefully because I'm about to drop such a valuable video on you today that's going to blow your mind and you're going to be profitable within the next month. Okay, so make sure you listen very, very carefully. We're going to be using the silver bullet strategy where we only trade within a London kill zone, which is from 7 a.m. till 11 a.m. Okay, so you can see right here, 5-minute time frame. And we're going to just mark out the 7 to 11. And what you're going to do is mark out the highs and lows of Asian session and figure out which side gets mitigated first. So this is the highs and these are the lowest of lows. Okay, so both of these are levels of liquidity, which is why we even mark it out in the first place, because liquidity means price will actually have buying or selling pressure towards a side. Okay, so I marked out the highs of Asian session right now, and you can see price is actually already taking it out. So we're going to see if it fully sweeps that liquidity. Blue price forward, and you can see right here it's completely swept all of the highs. Okay, so once it sweeps the highs, we could just name this our liquidity. Once it actually gives us that confirmation right there that it's completely swept the highs, and now all we need to do is aim to take the trade towards the downside. And you can see, if I zoom out, you can see it's already been going on a downtrend like this. Okay, price is already going on a downtrend, which gives us even more confirmation that we need to go down on this trade. So what we're going to do now, right? We're going to find a breakage of structure where fractional highs / lows have completely been swept, and we need to reinforce the market structure shift with an engulfing candlestick if possible. Okay, let me show you exactly what this means. So we need a market structure shift towards the downside now. I'm going to just play price forward. It keeps going up, it's still going up. Now we just need a market structure shift towards the downside. We need to find a fractional low / high. Let me tell you what a fractional low is. So this will be considered a fractional low because the price before it and the candle after it did not actually go below it. So this will be a fractional low, and I will actually count this as a fractional low because it's a very, very small indecision candle. Okay, so we got 2 fractional lows right there. So once it hits any of these sides, we can straight away from then on enter. Okay, so you can see right there, it's completely swept the first fractional low, and what we're gonna do is actually place. We need to identify a fair value gap, and we need to overlap that with a market structure shift for higher probability. Okay, so as you can see, we got the engulfing candlestick and everything. All we've got to do now is mark out our fair value gap, right? But just before that, if you're still struggling to pass your prop firm account and you have any prop firm account from 10k, 25k, 50k, 100k, or 200k, make sure you listen very carefully, because if you message me right now funded, I get you funded within 7 days guaranteed, and I will account manage your whole thing. Just me, okay? I'll personally manage it, making you 2 to 5% every single week, and you keep 100% of your profits. It's only an upfront fee, okay? So you can see all these people right here. Victor, he actually got on past. I made him a payout right here, 2k, and I made him another payout here, 1k. Okay, so he's been rinsing my service. Okay, make sure you actually message me, first link in the description. But if you don't want to message me, if you want to go see more results, the third link in the description will take you straight to this Telegram group where you will see all of the results of the people that have actually managed and passed. Okay, make sure you do that right now. But anyway, let's get straight back into it. So we're going to see where the FVG is. We can see right here there's a clear fair value gap, and we're going to just mark this all the way out right there. Okay, all we need to do now is mark out the short position right here. We would have entered and placing our stop loss just above all of this to make sure we leave enough room, leave enough breathing room for this, and we're going to put our take profit at the liquidity lows. Okay, so you can see why Asian sessions lows is very, very important, because we're going to be using it later on. So what I'm going to do now is just play price forward and see how this trade goes. You can see it's entered, and now it's bouncing all the way down, and it's completely smashed our take profit. Okay, you can see exactly how this trade ran out. Make sure you actually listen very carefully. Okay, so let's go to the next example. Now that we're on the next example, this one is so hard. Make sure you listen very, very carefully, okay? So what we're going to do is mark out the highs and lows of Asian session, and So this example is very, very hard. Make sure you listen very carefully. So what we're going to do is mark out the highs and lows of Asian session and identify which part of price is actually mitigated. So what I'm going to do right now, this is going to be the highs anywhere around here. You can see it from all the way here. This will actually be the highs of Asian session, and we're going to mark out the lows really quickly. So this will be the lows right here. Okay, so we've got the lows and the highs completely marked out. What we need to do next is find the breakage of structure. We need to actually identify which part of price is mitigated first. Okay, so if I play price forward, we need to see which level gets swept first. So you can see the lows have completely just been swept. Let me just bring this back. So this will be our liquidity sweep, right? So this will be our liquidity. Now, all we need to do from now is find a breakage of structure where fractional highs / lows have been swept, and we can reinforce this with a market structure shift. So we need a fractional high or fractional low to completely be swept. Okay, so you can see I played price forward a few ticks there, and you can see right here. What can you see? So you can see a fractional high that's right here. And let me tell you why this is actually a fractional high, because the candle before it right there and the candle after it did not actually go above this candle, right? Which makes this the most important one, which means we actually got our market structure shift right there. This will be our MMS. And now all we've got to do is actually mark out the fair value gap. So we need to identify a fair value gap, and we can overlap this with the market structure shift for a higher probability. And all we need to do from then on is execute the trade, right? So all I'm going to be doing is fair value gap in it. So you can see right here is the most extreme one. I'm going to be using the most extreme fair value gap, and you're going to be placing your long position anywhere around here. So I'm going to place my stop loss anywhere below there, and my take profit will go all the way up to a 1-to-3 risk reward ratio. I can even put it as a 1-to-4 near the Asian sessions highs. So once I've done all of that, now all I've got to do is play price forward. You can see how it's going to go back in. You can see that it's bouncing off the fair value gap, and now it's going all the way up, and it's completely smashed our take profit. Okay, you can see this strategy works every single day, and the more days you're not using this, the more days you're losing out. Make sure you actually join the first link in the description and message me funded if you want to get your account managed and passed by me personally. Okay, let me show you on a fundamental level how this strategy works, right? So you're gonna wait for Asian session to do whatever it wants, but once it gets to that exact trading time, you need to mark out the highs and lows. Should be anywhere around here. This will be the highs, this will be the lows of Asian session, and you wait for price to actually take out one of these. Let's say it took out the lows. Once it takes out the lows, all you've got to do from then on is find a market structure shift. Okay, so if I play price forward now, it's going to do something like this, and then it will give you the market structure shift right there. Once you've got this market structure shift, let me just bring it a little down. Once you get this market structure shift, all you've got to do now is mark it out. So you got this right here will be MSS, sorry. And now all we need to do is find the FVG. So the fair value gap will be anywhere around this area, and if it overlaps with the market structure shift, it will give us so much more confirmation. So once we get that, all we've got to do now is place our high, and all we've got to do is wait for price to actually tap into the area, and it will bounce all the way up to take profit. So you're gonna wait for it to go back in here, and then it will go all the way up and smash your take profit. Okay, this is exactly what you're going to be doing every single day, in and out, and this is how you become profitable. Okay, make sure you actually message me if you want to get funded and passed straight away, and if you want my mentorship, which I teach this strategy more in depth, make sure you click the second link in the description and check that out. But anyway, that's going to be the end of the video, and I'll see you in the next one.